Hello and welcome back to another update where I cover the latest developments throughout the front line in the Russo-Ukrainian war. We start out in the direction of Krasnohorivka, where the Russians have managed to recapture their positions southwest of the city following a Ukrainian incursion into it. The Russians have now counterattacked and recaptured their positions, strengthening their flank. However, the looming threat of further Ukrainian positions and attacks towards the southern parts of Krasnohorivka remain. In the northern parts, the Russians have managed to flank the Ukrainian positions. In the east, the remaining positions towards the forest area in the central parts of it, a historical landmark and a park here in the central parts of Krasnohorivka. The Russians have now flanked the Ukrainian positions and have cut off the ones here in the east. This will lead to further Russian advances in the east, and they will push towards the western parts where the main force of the Ukrainians are located, as they would have proper supply lines in that area compared to the east, especially following the capture of the citadel area here in Krasnohorivka. The Ukrainians do not have any fortified positions left within the city, which means that the city will just continue to fall slowly as the Russians continue pushing the Ukrainian positions. In the Avdiivka section of the front line, the Russians have managed to break through the Ukrainian defenses in Novoselivka, Persha, and cut off the western part of the town. The Russians have now reached a position where they have reached the second supply line in and out of Novoselivka, Persha, completely cutting off any supply to the northern road and having a fire control over the southern road, meaning that the Ukrainians can no longer safely resupply in and out of the town. This means that the Ukrainian positions within Novoselivka, Persha in the central and eastern parts are significantly weakened, and the Russians will likely take control over the town fairly quickly, following the significant advantage gained with this assault. This assault was also geolocated with this footage here. So we see that the Russians are pushing through Novoselivka, Persha, the capture of which will lead the Russians to start the siege of the Vovcha river line and the subsequent advance through it, which will significantly strengthen the Russian positions west of Avdiivka, and Avdiivka would be completely secure from Ukrainian artillery fire to develop further offensive operations along the rail lines towards and through Ocheretine, towards Pokrovsk, and towards Novoselivka and the highway in between, and northern direction from Avdiivka towards Konstantinivka west of Bakhmut. And that is all of the developments over the past 24 hours. We have numerous reports of fighting throughout the front line, but the only territorial changes are here in the Donetsk section of the front line by Krasnohorivka and Novoselivka, Persha. And that's all for this update. Thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and check out my Patreon for additional content. Thank you all for watching, and have a great day.